There is a disturbing trend in historical dramas and in live-action fantasy adaptations to portray history as drab, dirty, and savage, taking away any color and beauty. This trend is quite recent in my opinion, because when you look at all the films, be it fantasy or historical, as soon as colored pictures came to be, they dressed in period accurate, well, as best as they could, costume. This is 1950s after all. But as times have changed, so did the idea of our past became more muddied. But if you look back without bias, we see that our ancestors were as human as we are, and loved beauty, probably even more than us. Maybe in our pursuit of progress we lost some of that love of beauty too.
I'm visiting my friend Tamada here to once again visit my other friend Chocha to talk about what else, of course, the historical clothing and how colorful and beautiful they were, to compare it to movie representation and actual history. Because unlike the movies, in reality, people used to love to dress up in beautiful colors and beautiful patterns. And I do not understand why a fictional media doesn't represent this. But unfortunately, Hollywood isn't as imaginative as historical people were. So let's go and visit my friend and talk about it further.
Visiting museums and looking at historical depictions, we get much different view of the past than what media portrays. How did we get from this to this? What is preventing us from depicting history as it actually was? At least we know more about what they wore than a lot of other details about their daily lives.
So here is Mr. David. Hello, dressed in beautiful Georgian chocha. As you can see, it's bright, vivid red.
I love historical fashion, especially its diversity in different cultures and time periods. I think we lost that due to globalization, so I'd like to showcase my culture's fashion as example.
Not just weapons and armor as usual, but
ethnography, we talk about
clothing. Can you name some of these Georgian and general Caucasian clothing?
This is Ajara Gurian typical chakura.
Yes.
This is mountain free people who don't have a lords. This is a talavari. And this is usual dress, but this is a lord dress.
Yes.
With green and gold ornaments.
Yes. As you can see, they're pretty colorful. Yes. Even we are dressed like, my friend is dressed in red, I'm dressed of course in Bordeaux.
Bright colors were a staple of historical fashion. People wanted to be seen and displayed their wealth and status on their body, be it clothing, jewelry, and even tattoos. But the pursuit of homogeneity has stifled our fashion sense. I think the first culprit is industrialization. Before, every class and occupation had their own special style of clothing. You could tell who someone was by how they dressed. All clothing was handmade either by family members or by special tailors, cobblers, hat makers, and many specialized workers who tailor-made everything, making each region distinct with its own fashion and style, and each person unique with its own flair. All of this is industrialized now. Factories churn out fast fashion, and everything looks the same all over the world, especially with men.
In ancient times, we see very beautiful clothes, where like Byzantine style,
Byzantine influence,
or Persian influence. So even armor or clothes was very beautiful and colorful.
Yes. Nowadays, unfortunately, even Georgians want to dress in black and white.
Yes. This was dancing tradition, but because we have three clothes, Bordeaux, black and white. White for weddings, but what we see in old photos or old memories, we have very colorful clothes.
Yes. Historical people love to dress in vivid, bright colors to show off their wealth and power, because poor people dress in brown and black and leather that Hollywood loves to dress everyone in. But wealthy, powerful, and influential people love to separate themselves from the poor masses and dress in colorful
Yes.
clothing.
Who's that then? I don't know. Must be a king. Why? He hasn't got shit all over him.
And even poor people who
Yes.
could afford try their best to dress as colorful as possible.
Modern male fashion comes from factory workers' uniforms. Specialized family trades disappear, classes erode, and all are now mandated to dress the same. Add to that military uniforms, once pinnacle of male fashion, meant to stand out and tell the world that yes, you are a great warrior, now is meant to camouflage and hide you. You're no longer Bartholomew the Boar Knight, you're just Soldier 66. No individuality, only a cog in the war machine.
Let's go into the photo session room.
Yes. So you can see the mountain people dress.
Yes.
This is the man.
Hersur, Tush, Pshao,
Yes.
Kyu, yes.
But this is Hersurian dress. This is more than 115 years old,
Yes.
and this is with many cross and with many ornaments. And they use it little bucklers here
Yes.
inside, very little bucklers.
Yes, yes, yes.
And this used for men's clothes. And here we have clothes for boy,
Yes.
younger than us, maybe 16, 17 years old, and with many ornaments and
Yes, a lot of
many
beautiful ornaments.
clothes, because
Colorful and-
any
yes.
family have different ornaments.
That is a really interesting
Yes.
point, that each clan and each family had their own style of pattern.
Yes, and everything this means mountains, rivers, and
Yes.
forest, and different things. And this
It's
is
symbolical storytelling
yes,
in clothes,
and
with colors, with patterns,
yes.
not brown and black like Hollywood loves.
This clothes was named Talawari, and this is Toli. On Georgian, they named it Toli.
Yes.
And this is women clothes with many ornaments, many colors,
Can we-
green, blue, and this is for head.
Headdress, as you can see close up, such a beautiful
With
patterns
monnets.
and with coins woven in. Again, coin armor.
Some coins with the King period of
Yeah.
Tsar, and this is some of Soviet Union. And
History lives on in clothes.
And-
That's beauty.
you can see our carpets. There are many colors have too: greens, yellows, blues, reds, and they are
Yes.
very
You see in every culture,
yeah.
green, blue, and red.
Yes.
These are primary colors that a lot of historical people use.
Even our shoes, we have many colorful too, and
Yes.
very beautiful shoes.
In
Yes.
American Hollywood movies, they would only show like this black and gray leather kapuchevi, as we like to call them in Georgia. But as you can see, even shoes had more color than some people would assume. And a lot of decoration, beautiful styles, and
And here
Right.
we have two clothes with bordeaux color. This is for child boy,
Yes.
a young boy with yellow and armor, beautiful ornaments too. And this is for women with open arms. This is Lord's dress, women dress.
yes.
They don't work. I did say I don't work. And
Yes. This is a very interesting point that the chokhas have in design. For example, as you
Yes.
can see, these sleeved
Yeah.
chokhas are for working men,
Yes,
and
this is-
blacksmiths like me,
this is
and
work.
this is for
Who
lords
don't work.
Yes,
I don't work.
Yes,
I,
this
do, I
means
touch
this is-
only
yes.
sword and I eat. And a farmer or enemy can kill me because I hold holy blood of
Yes.
Jesus and King Oliver.
yes. All nobility in Georgia claim descendants from King David. Yes,
Who killed Goliath.
yes.
Even the wealthy, who were once the trendsetters of fashion and art, who reveled in the opulence and majesty of peak glamour, now dress like office workers and sassy hobos, while their clothing costs 10 times more than a gilded suit of armor.
Even in Georgia, even people in the mountains removed from civilization knew to dress beautifully.
But the root cause of modern media's fear of color in history and fiction is rooted in more modern trends. Today, grittiness is confused for realism, irony for sincerity, cynicism for authenticity, edge for emotion. Color and beauty is seen as campy and corny. Everything has to be dark and drab, especially history, where everyone is mean and barbaric. Ignore the beauty and art that still survives to this day. First thing that comes to my mind when I think edgy and dark is Game of Thrones. But that show was pretty colorful at the beginning. I think the culprit is something else. I miss when ahistorical Vikings were just fun, hairy dudes with furry horned hats and a loincloth. That's closer to reality than these biker gang Vikings we see now. Bloodthirsty warriors used to be poets and wrote fart jokes in between battles. Great and ruthless kings who beheaded thousands had silly little guys in funny hats doing flips with them. World was a colorful place and we need to get that beauty back.
So friends, I hope you appreciate history more, and I hope as well for a future that fashion will advance and become as developed as it was hundreds and thousands of years ago.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you for watching, dear viewer, and please subscribe, like, comment everything, and if you'd like to support my channel, please follow my Patreon account. But even liking and subscribing and commenting, of course, telling me your opinion would really help me out. Thanks and take care.
And while editing this video, I found out we finally reached 3,000 subscribers. Thank you all very much from the bottom of my heart, and I'll try my best to not let you guys down. Again, I apologize for the past month. I had some issues. I was working on multiple videos, but I couldn't finish them due to external circumstances. But I'll make sure to keep my schedule up much better. And I'll make sure to upload on Patreon as well. I have some unused footage and some secret projects that I've been working on that I'll be uploading there as well. So if you want to support my channel even further, please check out my Patreon or just like and comment and subscribe. All of that helps a lot. Thank you again and take care.